ever struggled with saxophone altissimo? Believe me, I have too. And today, I'll show you how I got better and how you can get better too. Like any wind instrument, voicing is a fundamental aspect of saxophone playing. And you may be wondering to yourself, what is voicing? My lesson teachers keep on talking about it, but what really is voicing?
Here's a simple diagram of what your side profile would look like if you're playing saxophone. You can see how the tongue is in an arch position, similar to how you would whistle. If you know how to whistle, you know how your tongue kind of arches towards the back of your mouth. You kind of want the same thing here. Here's another way to visualize this. Say this is the aerial view of your top teeth, right? You want your tongue to touch the ends, the inside ends of your top teeth, and that will make that arch shape that we are trying to achieve.
Now you may be wondering, Aiden, why did you show me that diagram of how to place your tongue? By moving that tongue position around from the initial position, you're able to voice out, per se, these different notes as shown by this diagram. And a lot like whistling, your body will subconsciously choose whether or not which position your tongue will be in based off of what note you want to play. Now that we know what voicing is, let's apply it to saxophone. What I want you to do is play F and voice it down to the E. So it'll sound something like this. From what I did, I'm just simply move my arched tongue back and then up to achieve the pitch bend. Now if you do this long enough, you can lower the pitch of the F even further. Doing this exercise will help you get more familiar with how your tongue moves relative to the reed and the mouthpiece to achieve these pitch bends that are necessary for voicing later on. Now when we move to actual altissimo, what I don't want to do is just chomp down on the reed and hope to squeak out the note. What I want to do instead is take a page out of the oboes and bassoons and actually use double lip to prevent ourselves from biting and forcing us to use these tongue positions to get at the notes. To do double lip, all you have to do is, instead of placing your top teeth on the mouthpiece, just put your top lip on the mouthpiece, or like kind of curl your top lip over your top teeth. One exercise I like to do double lipped is going up chromatically in three note intervals. So it sounds something like this. Another way to practice double lips is to just play your scales. Specifically scale arpeggio, so something like this. By doing this, you get better at memorizing what tongue positions you need to do to successfully get out the notes, even when there's a decent jump. Another great way to practice this is to play with a drone. So for example, if I wanted to practice B flat, I'll set a drone. Doing this will not only train your ear, but also give you a clear goal of where your pitch center has to be. If you're having trouble playing an altissimo line in your solo music, you can use double lip to help you get better. So for example, in this piece, I can practice the line double lip first, and then once I got that down, I can practice with the normal embouchure, and I'll see how much easier the line becomes after I practice it double lip. Now normal embouchure. Simple things like this in your practice will help you get better and better every day. In conclusion, by spending time to practice on these exercises similar to this or the ones I showed you every day, you will eventually be able to reach higher and higher ranges and be able to perform much harder pieces.